Welcome back to the episode. We are in front of a door. The door goes up. It's to the audience hall right over there. And let's get there. And hopefully we can survive any encounters. Because I'm definitely not used to having Wyll in the team. So. Oh, look at this. Oh, this definitely doesn't look too good. Everybody's just standing there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I want to know where we can go to without... Okay, that's definitely not it. The steel watchers are doing their thing. The earth digger. Interesting fist. Handmaiden.
An Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Right. If this continues, he's definitely not going to continue living. I have very bad feeling about this. Lord Patrick Amber. Okay. So they're sitting here. Oh. Randolph Vance. Interesting. So they're sitting here. Opposing each other. Interesting. Interesting. So, who do we have here? That's Gortash and... Oh, that must be Ravengard. Okay, so we could go around like this way, but it's definitely not the right way of doing things. Okay. Oh boy, I have a really bad feeling about this. So, let's just charge, head in. No reactions. No.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlach. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Well, this is definitely going to end up badly. Oh, of course, I have to be diplomatic about the two. Careful, Karlach. The Steel Watch will destroy us in one swipe if we attack Gortash here. We might need Gortash alive to save the city. Let's wait to strike until we've had the chance to question him. This is definitely the more diplomatic thingy about this. Wyll is right. We attack Gortash and Ravengard falls. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I can be a bit more persuasive about the... Oh boy. This is going to backfire. And I don't know how many inspiration charges I got. Yeah. Ah, crap. Okay, how many do I have? One more. Okay, let's roll again. Hopefully this works. Ah, thank goodness. Okay.
You're asking a lot. But I can wait. For a while, at least. Let's get Baldur's Gate safe. Then rip his throat out.
Exactly.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects? You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
Interesting. What kind of understanding do you suggest? I'm not interested in bargaining with you, the likes of you. Okay, why is the crown failing? Yeah, why is the crown failing?
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again.
But why even turn it into a nether brain to begin with? Not interested in bargaining with the likes of you. You're dead man, I can't let you. Okay. Let's get to an understanding, even if Karlach may be opposed to it a little. Let's see.
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
Interesting. Not afraid of her. Are we not afraid? Well, what are you getting at? If she wants my blood, she'll have to find me first. Well, she found me multiple times. She's playing hide and seek a little bit. Or toying like a cat. So, what are you getting at?
Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
And why is that? You want me to believe you mean no harm to the city? Really?
I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
But the frog is poisonous, you know. So, inside, examine Gortash's body language and expressions. Can you trust him? Oh boy. Thank goodness.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Really? Interesting. But the thing is, I don't want subjects under control. Because this gives you maybe control over the kingdom. But the kingdom is only as good as the one in control. And it's best to have a kingdom that is able to adjust itself on a tiny basis and be stable that way. And it gets more powerful and more advanced in the coming years. I'm not interested in control. As allies, it seems none of you can be trusted. You, Orin, Ketheric. I will defeat Orin. We shall be allies. You have my oath. I'll think about it. No promises.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Interesting. How am I supposed to find Orin if she can change her form so easily? Surely your Steelwatch can handle Orin. Why do you need me?
Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the Steelwatch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. And some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. You carried the stone plucked from Merkel's chosen. Besides, I'm not ready to call you enemy. At least not yet.
How am I supposed to find Orin if she can change her form so easily?
Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies.
Interesting. Well, you and Kefrik the Brain, what was your plan?
First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God.
Interesting. So he's using some kind of religion to control the people, as always. And so begins your tyranny. Where in the nine hells did you find a powerful artifact like the crown?
Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that.
The thing is, it's a hellish artifact. Someone must have gave it to you, right? Very clever, yes. And so begins your tyranny. Well, is it a tyranny? I don't know. I've heard enough. Am I free to go? Well, are we free to go? I still want to keep it open. Let's see. But it's definitely a very, very clever
More importantly,
thing.
just.
Is it?
Now, come. Be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
I wouldn't dream of missing it. Fine, let's get it over with. I have no interest in this sham of ceremony. This subs now, taking you out. Well, do we or do we not? Definitely a lot of steel watchers around, and they don't want to start a fight now. It's definitely not the bestest of positions to be at. Like those steel watchers are going to destroy you in a heartbeat. Questions upon questions upon questions. Alright, let's keep this without any valuation.
Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Baldur's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
We could object. But I actually want to see where this goes.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Oh, is that a threat? I don't like threats. Oh boy, Karlach is so going to be pissed about that. At least we got ourselves an inspiration from it. Blade of Frontiers, sure. Nothing from Wyll, very interesting.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him?
He seemed like an absolute fraud and a very nice guy. Frankly, I'm impressed. He's wormed his way into the most powerful position in Baldur's Gate. Yeah, impressed, definitely.
He only managed it by tadpoling Duke Ravengard. Gortash doesn't play fair. If he did, he wouldn't have been able to skip to the top like this. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is?
Well, evidently not. When people are scared, they'll do whatever it takes to feel safe.
And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Oh boy, poor Karlach. Oh boy, that got us into disapproving territory right there. But I'm not going to change my decision. So the thing is, we are respectful. We're not here. Well, are we here to judge? It depends. But we are definitely here to execute. So let's see.
Archduke Gortash, man of the people, the right people.
Oh. And this is something that you get wrong. But, Actually, this is also some very interesting point. It's not about the right people in the position of power. It's about the wrong people making the right choice. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Could he be the one that's most diplomatic to be? About... Oh, this is... Oh boy.
An Archduke! Finally someone who can stand up to those wretched absolutists.
Uh-huh.
Ravengard has not once failed this city. If he trusts Gortash, then so do I.
Right. Ravengard, maybe, but... Let's see if we can talk to him.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn.
Oh boy. by the gods. What have they made of the city's great hero? New dawn. Is that what you call the tyranny the Absolute brings to Baldur's Gate? Indeed, the Absolute will bring glory upon their fair city. I'm here to help you. Floric sent me. Oh. Well, let's play with open cards, shall we?
Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of a furnace. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
The Duke wants to keep Floric's location a secret. Little does he know that you've already found and freed her.
Interesting. Gortash is a tyrant. This new dawn is a lie. Well, everything that we say does not have an impact on him. He's already controlled, so that does not make any difference. Oh boy, Gortash is a tyrant. Oh. The interesting thing is, the second one is all about Gortash being a tyrant. The first one is about the Absolutes that we are going to oppose. But the third one is something very personal. So let's just stick in our finger a little bit.
What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good?
Oh.
Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No, this isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Torill's first and only grand city.
Calling a tadpole, explore Ravengard's uncertainty, ignore Ravengard's hesitation. Well, I actually don't want to use the illicit power against him. But the thing is, the thing is I decided not to use illicit power. But this one would be very interesting because we are sneaking up on his mind. Let's see. Let's just save before we do that, just in case. We could ignore his hesitation. But now that we have opened a little crack in his mind, let's get in there. Wow. That's easy. Ish.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Illithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace. The true Ravengard lurks somewhere in this infected mind, seeking freedom, seeking victory.
Have we finished then?
Well, he's still there. And what? Oh.
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
And we are going to free him, but not now. The Emperor promises incredible power if we are willing to pursue them. Go to camp and wait for me there. Okay. So this was just his reaction, and the other stuff is standard character dialogue. What about Karlach though? She was...
What's on your mind?
Oh, in it mostly, but she's still happy, which is nice. But I have a slight fear that every time we interact with Gortash, her attitude towards us is going to fail further and further.
Dearest Karlach, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
Well, that's it. That's all you have to say to me.
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
Nice. At least we ended that on the up and up, right? Oh boy. I do have to say, the diplomatic way might be not for everyone's. Might not be for everyone, but it's definitely an interesting outcome. He said something about his upper quarters. Is this the quarters? Okay, we have to be careful not to click on things by accident. So I don't oppose the steel watchers too much.
Something cut fresh from the wheel.
Okay, so that one, definitely not the way out, definitely not the way out, definitely not the way out. Yeah, okay. I think that's pretty much it. So, return to Mizora. Oh, wait. Confront Lord we already confronted Lord Gortash, so... We're gonna confront him later. First we have to... Oh, no. We have to talk to Mizora, and then we have to secure the camp. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, Mizora, as always. What's she gonna do?
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated.
Say what now? Have they... Wait. Already? I thought Gortash would want to keep him around.
I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
And there she goes. Diplomatic as always. Why is it that the devils always seem to have the most interesting interactions?
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning?
Survival most of the time. Because hers is up and running out. Mizora's up to nothing good, that's for certain. Well, we don't know that. I have no idea, but I can't wait to find out. Your father's involved, which means it's worth hearing out. Where's Gortash taking your father, do you think? I have no idea, but I can't wait to find out.
A little too eager for my liking. Well, we'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Oh boy, oh boy. It seems as if we have to go back to camp, and then there is going to be some, maybe combat or not, or whatever going to happen. But to be honest, I don't know what's going to happen there. And I absolutely, no pun intended, do want to keep that for its own little episode. So until then, we're going to end it, and then we're going to go back to camp in order to save everyone involved. Like and subscribe, of course, and ta-ta.